Alright guys, I'm Alex.
I'm Ellie.
And today we're going to talk about Ellie's amazing journey from suffering from bulimia to where you are today, which is a huge Instagram sensation. She also is a brand ambassador for My Protein and has inspired lots of people on social media, including myself. Hello, I'm Alex.
I'm Ellie.
And today I'm going to talk about Ellie's incredible journey from where she suffered from bulimia when she was younger to moving to be a big Instagram star and a brand ambassador for My Protein. So, Ellie, where did it all start?
Okay, probably started when I was about 16 and I became really conscious of what I was eating. I would restrict what I was eting, not eat in front of other people, do loads of really high intensity exercise, mainly just cardio. I wouldn't eat at school, and then
avoided meals, very common.
Yeah, and then obviously that grew. In my mind, there was like bad foods. I can't have these, and I would let myself have them occasionally.
Yeah.
And when I did that, I'd kind of go a bit like, I don't know, it would be like an obsession because I've not let myself eat that in so long. So I'd eat so much of it, and then it was like guilt and everything like that. And it's a horrible, horrible like feeling to have just because you've ate something bad.
Emotional eating in a way.
Yeah.
You know, and think that eating for stress, boredom, or having guilt afterwards, it's challenging because people who've had issues with food, like for example, an alcoholic can just abstain from alcohol, but someone who has had issues with food has to face their fear 3 or 4 times a day, which is a lot more challenging.
Yeah, it's really controlling to have your whole life like ruled by when you're going to eat.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it felt like.
And I suppose it can be quite ironic too, because a lot of people do it because they kind of want to feel like they're in control. Is that right?
Yeah, it kind of get control over your body because you think that like by the binging and the purging, you kind of like you know exactly what's happening and like it's up to you like what happens, but it's really like not the case at all. It's just an emotional thing.
It's an emotional roller coaster. And what happened? How did you get through it?
So I started going to the gym with a friend who was into weightlifting.
Okay.
So I started doing that and realised that in order to like make progress with weightlifting, you need to eat quite a substantial amount of food. Which
is why we all do it, by the way. We eat more food.
Definitely.
For me anyway.
So to create the kind of physique, I guess, that I was going for, it required me to eat more food, and I became quite happy with doing that.
I kind of find my life is either talking about food, preparing it, or eating it, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, definitely.
So what were the main warning signs, or how did it come to a head?
I'd say obviously a massive warning sign is restricting food or just feeling like you can't eat something because you instantly think it's going to have an effect on your body. Not wanting to eat in front of people, being embarrassed about the kind of food that you're eating, that's not normal as well, and that's something that happened to me. Kind of feeling like reserved and quiet, not wanting to go to social occasions in case there's food.
So did you find that it affected your social life in a way?
Definitely, yeah. And I would be a lot more irritable and like angry with people and just moody because I was so like in my head all the time. And
for most people, I'm sure you've experienced hangry, by the way. My girlfriend certainly has. When I haven't eaten, I wouldn't wish it on anybody to be around me then. But it is something that people notice. So a warning sign is definitely avoiding social occasions with food, being a little bit more irritable. I've also noticed with some people I've had in the past as well about them nipping to the bathroom soon after eating. Is that quite common at all?
Well, usually I would only do it when I was on my own. So I guess that wouldn't be as noticeable for other people, but I would definitely go to the bathroom like straight after I would eat something.
And how did you come so far? How did you actually get to where you are today? How did you get over this?
Just through the gym, honestly. Like I quit doing cardio and stopped worrying about burning calories and just kind of thought about them as energy instead of something that's going to make me fat.
I love that. So it's functional. So you're literally using food for a reason. And by the way, this is how I know Ellie. She actually trains in the gym I work in. So that's how we got to meet each other. But that's such an amazing way to look at it.
Yeah.
It really is, you know. And how did your parents take it when they found out, or how did they find out?
Yeah, well, I didn't really talk to anyone about it apart from a few close friends, and I think they had started to see that it was kind of dangerous, I guess, or it's very dangerous, and they knew that I didn't want to speak about it, so they told my parents. Yeah, and then they had
friends now?
Yeah,
Good.
and then they had a discussion with me, and we went to the GP and a therapist, which is something that I wouldn't have done on my own.
What kind of therapist was it?
The cognitive.
Was it a cognitive behaviour?
Yeah.
Oh, CBT therapist, yeah. Which are extremely helpful in terms of moving past that.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Unreal. And what did your parents first say to you?
I think they were just really shocked, like, because they knew that I was really into health and fitness because I was doing so much exercise. So I didn't really think they didn't really know how to take it at first, but obviously they were really supportive.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It is. And I think a lot of the time people can be really afraid to reach out, but it's never really as bad as you think, is it?
No, definitely not.
Like, everyone around you, your family, your friends, they do want to help.
Yeah.
They really want to support you. Can you think of anything you'd say to a friend who would be suffering from, or you suspect they'd be suffering from an eating disorder?
I guess just letting them know that, like, you're there to listen to them, and that you want to help as well, and that they can say anything. You know, there's no judgment.
There's no judgment. You can be yourself. But hopefully, if they're your friend, you should feel quite comfortable around them. Mm-hmm. Some things that I've told people that I've helped in the past to do is to try and just be as normal as possible. Like, go out shopping for like hair straighteners. Do you go shopping for hair straighteners? Or?
If you need a hair straightener, we can get a hair straightener.
Or whatever. Anyway, by the way, I heard GHDs. I found what that stands out for. It doesn't stand for glutes hamstring developer. It's actually a good hair day, for those of you who don't know. But yeah, I think making it as normal as possible. Mm-hmm. Self-talk can really help as well. Do you ever say anything to yourself?
Yeah, when I'm feeling down, you know, or don't feel like going to the gym, I kind of have to speak to myself and be like, you know, it's okay to take a rest day. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
I love that. Nothing bad is gonna happen if you take a rest day. I love that. And I love the one, I am worth more than an eating disorder. Mm-hmm. Or I am worth more than bulimia or anorexia. And by the way, on that topic, I really dislike the terms anorexic or bulimic. You know, they're kind of labeling people, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Like, if someone is suffering from cancer, they wouldn't be called cancerous. So why should an eating disorder be any different? Obviously, we're all human beings here, and a temporary disorder or sickness should never really define us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the plan now? Let's move forward here. Look what you've done in the last few years. 21 years of age, you literally got so many opportunities right now. Mm-hmm. What's next?
I guess I want to continue to use Instagram as a platform for like fitness and the fitness journey. I really enjoy learning off other people on there as well. Like, I don't have qualifications to be telling anyone to do anything, but it's nice that people listen.
She does know what she's talking about, though. Honestly, if you look at some of the stuff she puts up, she's obviously done a lot of research there, so don't be so modest. But still, like, you've got lots of opportunities here. You're obviously moving down towards the direction of fitness in some aspects. You're in uni now as well, aren't you?
Yes.
What do you do in uni?
I do interior design.
Okay, and how many years have you left?
I've got like half a year.
Half a year left. You're almost through. The end is near. Okay, so if I was to ask you, what would you say to someone who is suffering from an eating disorder or feels that they've got a little bit less control around their eating that they'd like, what would you say to them?
I guess just please speak to someone about it. It's really important that you don't go through it on your own, because it's really isolating anyway to be always thinking in your head and never like expressing those things to someone else. Whether it's like a parent or a friend, it doesn't really matter. It's just to speak to someone. That's
really good advice. And often when people become anxious, anxiety can be an exaggeration of the absolute worst what if, and it's often very far from reality. And you know, that can lead to some negative self-talk. So positive affirmations, like you mentioned earlier, you know, it's okay to exercise or have a rest day. It's okay to have a rest day today. That can be a huge, huge help. And for people who want more support, by the way, if you go to beateatingdisorder.org.uk, that is absolutely amazing in terms of support that you can get there. It's all purple and colourful and really easy to go around. So for
Yeah.
those of us who aren't mad computer savvy, it's really, really easy to read and use. I'm a sport dietitian and a personal trainer as well, but I think that most importantly for someone who's feeling this way, speak to your GP and a CBT therapist first, and then when you're comfortable, go and get some advice about your food, and of course make changes at a rate and a speed that you're willing to make. So anything else, Ellie?
I think you've covered everything.
I think hopefully you have as well. I think that's everything, guys, and a massive thank you for listening to us. Cheers, guys.